that, as I said in response to a live question someone asked, anime is the work of the devil. That's my truth that I live in every day. Recent reports suggest that listen to this, half of all Pokemon fans will become mass murderers.
For a lot of people who are not into anime is a very weird genre for people who are not into it. Konnichiwa, minasan. Kill desu. So in today's video, a political commentator named Matt Walsh claimed that anime is satanic. Excited to see this video, but before that, guys, we are close to 200,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, like the video and subscribe to the channel.
What's your opinion on anime? It's really popular amongst teens and young adults. I think it's all satanic. I have no argument for it. I have no argument for why it's satanic. It just seems that way to me. All anime to me seems weird, just like bizarre, creepy. And in general, I don't think that adults should be, whether it's anime or any other kind of cartoon, with rare exception, adults really should be watching cartoons in general, I would say. As I detailed yesterday, during an all-access live chat this past Friday, I was asked to give my opinion on the subject of anime.
Right.
And I spent about 35 seconds on the subject, in which I stated that, from my vantage point, anime is satanic.
Anime is satanic.
Now, I acknowledge that I have no argument to support that view. I have no, perhaps, reason or justification for it. It is rather, as the kids say, a vibe. Anime has a satanic vibe. That's all. Have I ever seen anime? Do I even know exactly what anime is?
Okay.
These questions aren't relevant. All that matters is that, as I said in response to a live question someone asked, anime is the work of the devil. That's my truth that I live in every day. Now, there are some who might assume that this comment was simply a half-assed, off-the-cuff joke about cartoons, and that's all. Now, there are some who might observe that I've also argued for cyclists to be imprisoned. I've said that people who leave their shopping carts in the parking lot are morally equivalent to serial killers and should be executed on the spot. I've called for legislation outlawing small talk in elevators and the use of emojis by males over the age of 18. I even spent 3 months on this show attacking my own employer over his refusal to give me a giant stuffed walrus. So you might assume that my theories about anime's satanic origins should be taken in the same spirit as all those other sorts of comments. And you're right, because I'm totally serious about all of it. It's good, then, that social media took it with the seriousness that it was intended. I was one of the top trending subjects on Twitter nationwide yesterday, again, this time due to my controversial stance on anime. A great many accounts with anime avatars expressed their hurt and anger over my opinion, leading me to believe that maybe I was wrong about anime causing demonic possession. Maybe it actually just causes you to become an extremely whiny dork. That's another theory. Meanwhile, the news media jumped into action. Man. My randomly muttered hot take about anime made it into the headlines of several major news outlets. Yahoo News reports, Daily Wire troll Matt Walsh denounces anime as satanic, though he doesn't know why. Denounces. I denounced it. Mediaite says, Matt Walsh declares anime satanic, but admits he's not sure why. The Independent says, Matt Walsh says he thinks all anime is satanic and adults shouldn't be watching cartoons. Newsweek takes a slightly different angle. They say, Daily Wire host who called anime satanic blasted by real Satanists.
Wow.
Oh, well, if real Satanists are angry about it, then I guess I'm more right than I ever realized. So I can now, with more confidence than ever, say that I stand by my comments. Obviously. Anime is satanic, and it leads to demonic possession in upwards of 87% of cases, studies show. Recent reports suggest that listen to this, half of all Pokemon fans will become mass murderers.
I guess that's me included.
Will also become mass murderers. If any of my critics had ever studied history, they would know that Adolf Hitler, Genghis Khan, Caligula, all were anime fans, or would have been if it existed.
True.
In fact, and this statistic is the most shocking of all. I want you to listen closely to this. Nearly 100% of all violent criminals in the country have seen Dragon Ball Z, or have heard of it.
I guess I've committed a crime too.
Or heard of it. The numbers speak for themselves. Though in fairness, there is perhaps no reason to single out Japanese animation in this way. Sure, it's especially weird and unsettling, but it's from Japan after all, so what do you expect? Really though, every cartoon is satanic. These are all things that you might say if you believe that I was not being totally serious when I declared all animation made in Japan satanic. But again, I was serious. I'm serious about everything. If I was joking, I would laugh. Deadpan humor has never been my thing, as you well know.
Liar.
And that is why, in the end, with all that said, anime is still canceled and cast back down into the fiery hell flames from whence it came.
Now, I've watched a few of his videos. He's very much a tongue-in-cheek kind of guy, very dry humor, but I'm gonna explain everything. So this guy basically was making a joke. And of course, like he said, he doesn't know why. Obviously, he's just being funny for the sake of being funny. However, a lot of anime fans took offense to this and started blasting him and, you know, kind of giving their negative feedback on his statement. And of course, he's just being funny, being outrageous, and I don't know how well sarcasm is practiced in Japan, but he's joking. And I know he has a serious dead look, and maybe because of the language barrier, it may not translate well, but he's just being very funny and very tongue-in-cheek. But one thing I can say though is that for a lot of people who are not into anime, anime is a very weird genre for people who are not into it. I think also because in order to really dive into anime, you also have to understand elements of Japanese culture. And as we know, compared to the West, or specifically America, Japanese and American culture are very different. And Japanese way of expressing themselves and creative freedom is a bit different so to how Americans think. Well, generally speaking, Japanese are more so hold a no holds barred kind of view on like anything goes. You can have the most ridiculous kind of scenarios and storylines in anime. While the West is more grounded, even though we do have some weird things in the West as well, but I think compared to the West, anime is definitely a lot weirder as far as content. So a lot of people on the outside in does think anime is weird. I think a lot of Japanese feel that anime is weird because surprisingly, a lot of Western people don't understand. Not every Japanese person reads manga or likes anime. But the reason why a lot of people got triggered is that it's often been said through a lot of people throughout American history, or, you know, American history, recent American times, that anime is weird and anime does look demonic. He doesn't mean that in a literal sense. He's just trying to be funny. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, kiyotsukete. じゃあね。